Let me begin by starting with that central question on a lot of people's minds, and that is, are we better off today than we were 4 years ago when President Obama was elected? Absolutely. Let me just walk you through what life was like 4 years ago right now. In the 6 months before the president was elected, we lost 3.5 million jobs. Wages have been going down for a decade. The auto industry was on the brink of failure. Our financial system, this is just about the time we were seeing banks go under. And all over America, middle-class families were feeling it. They've been feeling it for over a decade. And now let's take a look at where we are today. From losing 3 million jobs in the 6 months before we took office, we lost 800,000 jobs the month the president took office. Today, we've created 4.5 million private sector jobs. Let's talk about the auto industry. It was on the brink of failure. Today, it's the #1 auto industry in the world. Let's take a look at wages. For decades, wages and income fell. Over the last year, we've seen them start to rise again. So by any measure, the country has moved forward over the last 4 years. It might not be as fast as some people would have hoped. The president agrees with that. He knows that we need to do more. And that's what this week is about, laying out a roadmap of how we can continue this progress, how we can continue to move the country forward. You still talk about those 13 million people still unemployed. And the central question to a lot of people, and what they want answered is, how would a second term under President Obama be any different? And what can they look forward to? Well, Natalie, there's a piece of legislation sitting before Congress right now, the American Jobs Act, the president sent up there a year ago, that would create jobs right now for the American people by giving tax cuts to small businesses, investing in infrastructure, ensuring teachers can stay in the classroom. Those are real jobs that we could create right now. We need a willing partner on the other side of the Republican Party. We don't have one right now. In terms of looking forward, the president will lay it out this week. We'll talk about where we've been, where we are today, and where the president wants to take us in the future. And creating an economy built to last is ultimately our sole objective. And to do that, we have to create an economy built to last with a strong middle class at its core. And that ultimately is the choice in this election, whether we want to move forward, build a strong middle class, build an economy meant to last, or do we want to go back to the policies, the very same policies that Mitt Romney is putting on the table now, that will crash our economy and punish the middle class.